Hi friends, this is a collective reading. My name is Gracelle. I'm with Psychic MD and I'm here to do another reading for the collective. I almost said a pick a card. I'm like, this is not a pick a card. This is extremely focused. Now today I just pulled a bunch of cards and I had an issue with my camera. So we're just going to go ahead and continue rolling with it. Yep. I feel like we need more sagey sage because I did burn some earlier, but obviously not enough. So here we go. Just to recap what you haven't seen, what I've pulled so far, and this is messages for the collective. So I'll be recapping this in just 1 second and then going and continue on with the reading. So we went ahead and cleared our energy with sage. Also, I want to thank those of you that are repeat offenders that stop by here just to see what's going on. And for those of you that are brand new, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope that everyone receives exactly what it is that you need from this reading. Whether it's clarity, whether it's a little bit more wisdom, whatever the case may be, or amusement. Whatever works for you, works for me. So the first card that I had pulled in this reading is sacrifice. What can you let go of? This lady has been through it. This person has been through it. I think it's a lady. Regardless of the sex, we see everything. Gloom, doom back here. It looks like a storm. It looks like maybe things have blown up, literally. Excuse me. Perhaps things have imploded in your life as well, okay? And there's a desperate need to be able to let go of things in order for new things to grow, new things to bloom for you, in order for progress to be made in your life. Now, with this sacrifice card, it talks about what can you let go of. And a lot of this has to do with an ego death, with what we think we deserve, what we think we need. Yes, it can do a lot with material. Can we let this go? Can we let that go? Attitudes, relationships, whatever the case may be. But also there's an implication that are you going to allow things to just kind of go and bloom where you're planted and trust that you don't have to really force your way, bulldozer your way, or pressure your way through situations. You can sometimes sit quietly and allow things to mentally, emotionally, spiritually grow for you and just be, just exist. Okay, so we're human beings. We're not human doings, right? How much of the human being portion of it are you being? So is there a measure of you that really needs to sit back and step away from doing and just being? I have financial flow. And I have be honest with yourself. Now, clairaudience did come out here. And this is about listening. Archangel Zadkiel, notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So are you being guided into something? This card came up reverse. Now, the reverse tells me that we're not listening to our intuition. We're not listening to what we're being told. We're perhaps trying to push through things in our own way, not letting go and letting God, letting Spirit, letting Gaia, whatever, letting the fairies, whatever it is that you believe in, just allowing time to really heal a couple of wounds. And sometimes we think time cannot heal wounds. And, you know, I don't know your story. I don't know your life. We've all had our own battles. But the bottom line is that some things need to be let go of in order for you to be able to grow, in order to open up also your financial abundance. So this is a little fairy. I just noticed her wings. I don't have the right glasses on. But I'm going to say it's just kind of like this little fairy's not pulling at things. It's just waiting. It's waiting for the sky to clear up. Maybe it's waiting for the sun to really burn away the clouds, to burn away the night, whatever the case may be. And it's, you know, a message about being honest with yourself. What is it that you need to allow time to heal, or things to grow, or a new trip around the sun to happen, or or things to really begin to take root and bloom where they're planted. And sometimes, you know, when we visit gardens, if we were to visit even the most famous gardens, and they're being you know, worked on or just planted, things like that. They're not going to be all gorgeous all the time, I promise you. There's times where they're playing with dirt and everything looks disturbed and everything looks what? Dirty? Oh my goodness, it looks dirty. Okay. Well, life is dirty. It can be, can it? So I'm just going to say that, you know, I feel like what we've been fed in the media or what we expect, it's like, even things like what we expect. We expect a better life than our parents had. Why? Because they desire that for us. And a lot of us start thinking, well, we're entitled to a better life than our parents had. Why? Because we're with a modern age, a modern technology, and things are different, and people care, and kumbaya. Well, it's not really like that all the time. Even in our lives, there has to be a time of separation, a time to allow room for growth, a time to allow the wind to carry all the debris, the, you know, branches that don't belong, or a clearing, if you will. There has to be a time for clearing, or the water, the wind, and or even yourself. You clear out things that you no longer need in your life. And so I feel like there's been this clairaudience, this message like within your soul telling you, you know, it's a time to do this, or kind of chill out, lay back, and don't do anything. Just allow, just breathe. And we have a hard time doing that. See, I just even said doing that. Just do. I'm programmed, so programmed to be doing things that even feelings of self-worth kind of plummet when I'm not doing something, you know, productive in my mind. But yeah, that's why we're human beings again. It's just being. You have a right just to be and to breathe. And it's okay. So be honest with yourself. What messages have you been getting that you've been ignoring? Because, you know, with the clairaudience, I promise you that this has come up for a reason. And that reason is that you're not quite listening, or you have a hard time listening to that just being portion, just allowing Mother Nature, or, you know, the winds of change, or whatever the case may be, to really kind of take hold and sitting still. I feel for some of you guys, there is a need to squirrel away, to squirrel away some money. Even though the financial flow is here, I feel like maybe there has been some like self-medicating, some abusing your finances, or overspending, whatever you want to call it. Bottom line is just having a clear mindset, and maybe just even focus on your breathing. Breathing and tapping can be really important right now. If you don't know what those things are, you can always go on YouTube. There are many different people teaching about it for free. You don't have to be investing a lot of money in things like that if you don't want to. Okay. Now, I pulled this card as well. It's crystal clear intentions. Archangel Michael, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So I'm going to put that here. So yeah, you know, we could desire, we could want things, we can want people, we can, sorry about the creak in my chair. It just is. Okay. It's part of me apparently. But it's going to be really important to allow that. I heard upper wisdom, but that sounds really weird. That inner wisdom, that wisdom that comes from heavens, from spirit, from God, from whomever it is that you are really in touch with, just to allow that to come through. And I promise you that things are changing. I feel like even you might be even seeing like dragonflies, or, you know, I don't know where it is or when, obviously, that you're going to be watching this, but dragonflies are really big symbols of transformation. You could be seeing them in stickers or movies or in real life, or have a deep connection to dragonflies. And it's almost like this fairy is just so enchanted with the dragonflies. So it's like, you know, be honest with yourself. You have your own beautiful wings. You don't need to wish to be a dragonfly if that is your thing. Because I feel like there's something amiss, something about not being content with who you are, where you are, or something to that effect. Now, let's get a couple of more messages here for the collective. Show me what I need to see for the collective, please, and show me now. And one card, please. Relationship harmony. So let's get this here. Relationship harmony. Archangel Raguel. I am never going to pronounce these properly. We angels are operating the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. And so I look at the rainbow and look at the darkness. So it almost seems to go. It's almost like this fairy is looking through the tunnel, and that is almost like a sun. I could almost picture this being like minimized. We're so into the technology thing. But yeah, screen, make your screen smaller and pop that into this little sphere. And I feel like this is saying, you know, financial flow is going to happen, and also relationship harmony is being worked on right now. And, you know, this could be, you know, relationship with people, with obviously, because it's talking about arguments and loved ones and things like that. And it's just a time for you to kind of sit back and allow time to kind of, you know, work through those, or people to work through whatever they have to work through. Time to squirrel away your energy and your resources, and know that when you take care of things, more things come towards you in a good way, right? So make sure that you're not making any hasty moments or acting prematurely. I feel like that can really sabotage things. And we definitely don't want that. So let's see here. Clarifying cards, please. Show me what I need to see. Why are these cards here, please? Show me what I need to see. For the collective now, why is clear intentions here? In the financial flow. And be honest with yourself. Relationship harmony. Maybe you guys have had falling outs. And show me now. The Star. So the Star is a beautiful card. I know we all say this, and you guys know this, but think about it. It's like when you look at the stars, isn't there, especially when you're not like around other people, or when you're just at peace and breathing and just looking at the stars, isn't something just like amazing? It almost like stopped this fairy in her tracks or his tracks. And I think it's just a time to breathe, to allow, to know that Spirit, God, whomever, again, is bringing healing into this, situation. Because the Star is all about healing. The Star is also about dreaming about that one thing that seems so far away. So if you have situations that with friends, with family, with loved ones, with lovers, with whatever, that feel like they will never heal, or this is, you know, something that can't be fixed. I heard even for one or two of you loved ones that have crossed over or passed on. Oh, good grief. Hello. Okay. You know, make your intention just to be at peace with yourself, and just to allow answers to come to you, for things to come to you at the right timing, and trust that you have everything in the now. There's nothing you need to do. You don't have to continue like pushing your way through it, or navigating through it, or thinking your way through it. It's just a time to breathe. And I would suggest like deep belly breathing from from your belly hole, guys. Okay, so breathe all the way so that your belly button actually moves. We tend to be really shallow breathers, so we breathe all the way in our upper chest, and we have all this old breath. I mean, like yoga could be really beneficial for some of you, anything like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video, and I will be right with you. All right. And we're back. So it's going to be really important for us to really focus on breath, maybe breath work. And honestly, just really communion or spending time out in nature is going to be really helpful for all of us. Maybe even stargazing, night gazing, bust out with that telescope if you happen to have one. That would be really cool. Definitely, I would suggest staying away from electronics during this time. So I obviously understand that you can go online and look at the stars and kind of view it that way, but it misses the entire point of just really being present in your body, being where you're at, and viewing things from the perspective that we have currently, not through any form of, you know, technology, other than if you have like a really great camera, or I almost said a lensometer. Yeah. Optician problems, guys. Or a telescope, something like that. So let's see. But your finances are about to increase. Now, it doesn't mean that you want to have a different mindset. I feel like squirreling things away for the future is going to be really important, even though your finances are flowing and are growing. And I love that for you. And once again, just to recoup, let's look at the relationship harmony here. Let's see what's going on here. I said recap. Show me what I need to see about relationship harmony here in the healing card, the star, which is like what we're desiring at this point in time. So maybe it is friend, family, lover, spouse, whatever the case may be. Show me why this card is here on family, on relationship harmony. And the star, show me what I need to see and show me now. Now, there's a great need to be honest with ourselves, okay? And I feel like whatever this relationship thing is, I feel like that's saying right here, you know, the fairy says be honest with yourself. Like, don't kid yourself. It's going to be really important, you know, to kind of take in the part that you played in it, because, you know, there can't be any strife or fights unless you play into some part of it. 10 of Pentacles. So this is a family card. This can have to do with, I feel like most of us families. Sorry about the hacking. My dog is adding audio to the reading. Are you okay? Can you calm down now? Yeah? Good. Okay. So this man is completely enjoying his family life. He's like, I got these 3 of Pentacles here. I feel like this is like cooperation even. This would be my cooperation card if it was like the 3 of Pentacles or working together or something like that. So I feel like this is you saying, hey, I just want us to work together, to be kind of a team once again, or to be on the same page, or to think alike, or to have the same goals. Or work in the same way that we were working before. Now, I feel like for whatever reason, if this is your story, Coco Move, there's a need to kind of look at things from a different perspective, because I feel like we all have like a dream or a vision of what things should be like or what healing should be like. For example, you have a falling out with a friend, and it's like, maybe perhaps you're healing the bomb for your soul could be like, well, they need to apologize to me. And the other person has a perspective of, well, this person needs to apologize for me. But if, you know, you're really being honest and looking in the mirror and taking in everything, you know, what part did you play in things? What part, he wants to play and it's not playtime right now, and what part, you know, can you own? Because honestly, in the end, the only thing we can change is ourselves. So whether the other person changes, agrees, doesn't disagree, it's not your business. It's not my business either. It's only what you can do about you in the end that is going to matter. So I feel like the card is looking here. It's like we want that close family, that close friendship, whatever the case may be. And that's like loyalty, that's security, that's being solid for one another. And that is, you know, just perspective. So I feel like there needs to be a time to even get clear, to journal, maybe seek some therapy if that's your thing. But I feel like we can all improve and really grow from therapy. And what else? Just know that God, Spirit, the angels, whatever it is that you are working with, I feel like that is also being addressed. So you just need time to work on yourself personally. So indigo, crystal, and crystal children. Oh God, who doesn't have their glasses on? Angel Metatron. You have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Okay. So this can involve a child, your child, or someone who acts like a child. But it's, you know, being a healing balm to those who are sensitive. So I feel like a lot of healing needs to take place in this matter once again. And it's going to be good to go ahead and get a clear focus on be honest with yourself. Show me more about this, about being honest with yourself, about healing family matters, family ties, thank you. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to take time, and perhaps you're saying, hey, it's already been a year, it's been 2 years, it's been 5 years, or this person has passed away and there's been no healing for me. I hear, okay, this is not going to apply for everybody. But I hear this person has passed away and there's been no justice for this person. There's been no, so sorry. There's been no justice on behalf of this person. I hear that they passed away on really suspiciously, and you feel like somebody's responsible or somebody's obviously responsible, and there's been no justice. Just know that it's going to take some time for the matter to get resolved, and it's going to be literally baby steps. The night is a night of action, but this night is a night that takes their time. So it's going to be really, really important that you keep your eye on being hopeful, on being optimistic, even though I can't even imagine if this is your story. But allow enough time to pass and just work on yourself, work on your heart, and things will definitely be changing, but it's really going to be up to you, like how much you suffer in this. And you know, if you have somebody that has crossed over, Asha, my heart goes out to you, but there's nothing that we can do to obviously make it feel better. It's just going to take a lot of time. I even see this person almost holding what I would imagine would be their pocket there. And it's like, oh, I'm going to hold on to my pocket and I have this coin to deposit. I feel like, you know, answers are going to come in bits and pieces, but it's going to be more as you yourself grow and evolve and try to make peace with yourself. And that sounds like something, you know, like a pat answer or something cruel to say someone who's undergoing a lot of hardship. And I definitely don't mean that in a cruel manner, but some things we just can't, you know, we can do nothing but work on ourselves. So I hope that that makes sense. And yeah, I just keep hearing justice for so-and-so. And maybe it's justice for you. I don't know your life, right? I'm just looking at this person. They're sitting on top of concrete. And, you know, he's okay with it. He's like, you know what? Things are unyielding right now. Things are difficult right now. But the fact that he has a yellow scarf, I'm being led to like the solar plexus. And this is like your desire, your whatever it is that you ultimately desire. But I feel like separating yourself from anyone else and just focusing on you, even though this is talking about, you know, healing wounds and family matters and rifts and friendship or whatever case may be. It's a matter of really healing yourself first. That's pretty much the most power or the most leverage you have at this point in time. Any last messages for the collective right now? Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. Oh, thank you. And show me now. So we're going to take the jumper. Strength. Yeah. These cards are so cool. So sorry, I stopped recording. I don't know what's wrong with this. But there's going to be a real need to go ahead and focus on you and your strength, on what you can do at this point in time. It's going to be important that you harness your inner instinct. If you want to lash out, if you want to reach out, if you want to call, if you want to, it's like do. And once again, route it back to I'm a human being, not a human doing, okay? And just be, because the situation, whatever this is, calls for time to allow things to grow, time to allow things to take root, for new things to come to light, for things to change, people to change and shift. Now, if you are involved in a situation where somebody was unjustly, you know, I just feel like a death. Honestly, I'm just going to be really straightforward. I feel like somebody is involved in a situation where somebody was taken from this earth, and they are seeking justice. They're seeking retribution. So whatever the case may be, and I actually happen to look at the bottom of my deck here. Bottom of the deck, I have a Nine of Cups. This is about ultimate happiness, of wish fulfillment. This is about getting exactly, after all the hard work, all the effort, time, energy that you put into things, that you want to actually really be able to gain what it is that you want, which is clarity, which is justice, which is, you know, whatever the case may be in your situation, having someone being held accountable for that person's passing, if this is your story, okay? Now, I was talking when the camera was off because apparently that's how today's going. But I'm going to say that once again, this 10 of Pentacles right here, to me, it seemed like this 10 of Pentacles, instead of having this man kind of rest his arms behind his head, in my mind's eye, I saw him kind of resting his arms in front of his chest. Now, what I get from that is, for some of you, we're in a situation right now where we want to pin down exactly how things work. We want things to work together, whether it's law enforcement, whether it's family, friends, whatever the case may be. We have an idea of how things should work together in order for this to come together, in order to create, quote, healing. Well, this is your perspective. If you zoom in with a telescope, you know, you're going to have a different view than if you just stand here and look at the stars from Earth. And it's going to be really important not to cross your arms in front of your chest and go, I'm right, this is how it goes, and this is how, you know, it's obvious to anybody. Well, if that's a stance that you want to take, this is going to be a very, very tough cycle for you, I will say. Because the Nine of Pentacles, once again, is the slowest in the deck. And ultimately, I feel like here, you're going to gain contentment once you master your inner demons. Once you master the I'm right, everybody else is wrong, I did nothing, and I have no responsibility. And how I'm getting that is with this card here, that talks about be honest with yourself. What part did you play? You know, because we all have a level of responsibility, or we could have done something different that could have maybe avoided this whole situation, if this is your story, okay? But ultimately, the finger pointing is going to lead to more strife. I feel like that will lead to things even slowing down even further. Even if they're at a snail's pace right now, you could make yourself even more sick and more miserable by trying to push your agenda. So I'd be very, very careful with that. The Nine of Cups, you can have exactly what it is that you want, whether it's justice for the person that has passed away, or whether it is, you know, that family closeness or reunion with loved ones, whatever the case may be. I feel like some way, somehow, that is attainable. But the biggest thing is to master yourself. That is a message that I'm getting right now. Master yourself. Stop pointing fingers and look within. It's a time to go within and start really working on answers. I see like this is like a goat or a sheep. I don't even know what that is. And this person appears pissed off. So it even feels in this card that there's like some kind of an argument or disagreement or finger pointing that will really lead straight to nowhere. Okay, more strife. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, bottom of the deck I have here. It's a situation that needs to be weighed carefully, and there needs to be give and take on everyone's part. Not everyone is on the same time schedule. So if you are waiting for other people to change, yep. If you're waiting for other people to change, it's going to be a long ass wait. It's always easier to focus on what we can do for ourselves, within ourselves, because that is the only point that we have to be able to affect things and change, cause and effect, right? So if you're waiting for people to be generous with you, if you're, you know, anything like that, I would say stop, drop, and roll. It is a time to focus within, to be, you know, kind of generous with yourself also. Taking that responsibility and doing whatever it is you can on your side. I hope that these messages are coming through like clear, because I feel a little bit bouncing around from two different themes, and that one theme is really, really difficult. I'm not saying I'm an authority at all to speak on that. Also, we all know I'm not a therapist, right? So you guys do whatever it is that you need to do. Financial flow is coming through. Part of this could be even with inheritance, that you feel like it belongs to you, and look, it's written in here, and everybody's pointing fingers. You didn't take care of so-and-so, and I've done all the work, and you're just here to reap the money, the funds, whatever the case may be. There could be a lot of tug-of-warring over finances. Now, there's a need, again, to squirrel away your resources, maybe, to go ahead and put things a little bit in the back pocket, on the burner for now, and focus on your breathing, focus on yourself. And allow a little bit of time to kind of work its magic. Just, I feel like there's an obsession here. Okay, let me be real. I feel like there's an obsession over this, and it is not healthy. It's not healthy for you, not healthy for the other people involved, whatever the case may be. And then I have the Hierophant. So even look, this is like, this is the Hierophant, this is about commitment, about getting your messages from source directly. This is about gaining clarity, okay, of getting your own messages from spirit, from, you know, God, the angels, from Mother Gaia, whatever it is that you are doing. And I mean, these people are looking, just like we talked about earlier, at the same thing. They're looking at the stars, but this one is using a power lens. And that power lens is going to be, you know, God and spirit. And, you know, if you don't believe in that, then that's, you know, you're right. You're higher, you call it source, call it whatever the case may be. But I think that you're going to get those messages from a higher perspective than just you. And at this point in time, it's just, again, going to be important to focus on yourself, to bring the utmost healing that you can possibly bring within yourself. And that will bring you your 9 of Cups. So I will leave you with that. I hope you enjoy this message. I am super grateful for everything, to have you here. Much healing, much love to you, much patience. And till next time, namaste.